Good morning, guys. Welcome to the class of CE331 Environmental Engineering 1. So, we're discussing ecology and environment. So, from the ecosystem, we get a multitude of services, right? We get food, fresh water, fuel wood, fiber, biochemicals, and all sorts of things you can see. Now, nutrient cycling, one of the essential element on this earth for human being is nutrient like nitrogen, phosphorus, and others. Now we need them, right, to uh, potassium and others. So we need them to survive. We need them for these are crucial for our body. Now they in the environment they actually have a cycle. They actually have a cycle. Uh, in this cycle, they move from soil, the plant, and then from the other animals like human being. Okay, so if you look at the cycling for different minerals, for example, nitrogen cycle here, what happens if you look at the nitrogen cycle, that this is organic nitrogen. That means organic matter is what you have: carbon hydrogen chain, right? Long chain of carbon hydrogen, that's organic matter. Then you may have hydrogen and you may have nitrogen here. Are you following me? You may have nitrogen.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So this is called organic nitrogen. In our body also, our body is also made of organic nitrogen. We have organic matter and nitrogen inside of this. So, and any other animals. So in soil, there remains as organic nitrogen in the soil. Okay. Now what happens that this organic nitrogen, through the process of ammonification, becomes ammonia. That means this, with a reaction in the presence of microorganisms, this breaks down and becomes carbon dioxide. This carbon becomes carbon dioxide plus water plus ammonia. Who does this? This is a process of biodegradation. This is a process of biodegradation. That means these microorganisms break down. They break this organic matter down and then converts to carbon dioxide, water, and ammonia. So this nitrogen converts to ammonia. This is called ammonification. This process is called ammonification. So you get ammonia. Now, this ammonia now is further degraded. I'm talking about this ammonia. This ammonia is further degraded to nitrite. Okay, so it becomes nitrite. Okay, now this nitrite again breaks down to give you nitrate. Okay, so from ammonia, through the process of nitrification you get nitrite, and then you get nitrate. Now you have plants in the soil, right? Now plants can take this nitrate, but plants cannot take this nitrate directly. Plants, after breaking down, plant can take this nitrate into their body. Okay, so you can see that nitrate is getting into the plants. Okay. Now this nitrate, some portion of this nitrate is taken by plants, and again some portion of this nitrate through the process of denitrifying bacteria becomes nitrogen. That means some portion of nitrogen is taken by the plants and some portion of nitrates is converted to nitrogen, and this process is called, and this is gaseous form, right? This is gas, and that escapes into the atmosphere, that escapes to the atmosphere. Are you following me?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Yes, sir.
So since through this process nitrogen is escaping out to the atmosphere, nitrogen is escaping out to the atmosphere, therefore this process is called denitrification. D means, getting out. So denitrification. Okay. And who does this? A bacteria does this. This is the process of denitrification. Who does this? A bacteria does this, and we call it denitrifying bacteria. Call it denitrifying bacteria. Okay. Now, as you can see, since this is nitrogen, this goes into the atmosphere. Atmospheric nitrogen. So now, from one side, the plant has taken some part of the nitrate, and nitrogen is inside of the plants, right? And these plants, uh, when die out, when these plants are dead, that is an organic matter, and that goes to the soil, right? And whenever it goes to the soil, that is organic nitrogen. So that's again to the process of ammonification and nitrification goes to the soil, some part of it goes to the atmosphere, and some part of it goes to the plants. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Now, animals is kind of same thing. Animal is also an organic nitrogen. So animal when they death die out, they also decay. Decay means degradation, and then there's an organic nitrogen, and that organic nitrogen is converted to ammonia, nitrite, and nitrate again. Animals also discharges wastes from their body, like excreta, urine, and that is also nitrogen, organic nitrogen. So that also contributes to the organic nitrogen into the soil. Now, this atmospheric nitrogen, right? This atmospheric nitrogen um, gets some input from the industrial activity. For example, different types of industries emits nitrous oxide gas industry, right? And this gas also contributes to the atmospheric nitrogen. And this nitrous oxide also, um, if you have nitrous oxide, nitrogen oxides in the atmosphere, what happens? Acid rain can happen. Like water and this nitrogen dioxide can produce nitric acid, HNO3, and it falls down, precipitates along with the rain, and that's why it becomes acid rain. That also contributes to the plant's nitrogen. Are you following me?
Yes, sir.
Now, atmospheric nitrogen, this nitrogen N2 cannot be directly taken by the plants. cannot be directly taken by the plants. Now, what happens that this nitrogen is converted to a new form which can be directly taken by the plants, and that process is called fixation, nitrogen fixation. Who does this? Some algae and lightning bacteria, algae and bacteria, and also lightning. They convert this atmospheric nitrogen to a new form which is readily or directly uh, absorbable by the plants. So that's the cycle of nitrogen in our nature. Okay, are you following me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
You can also give an arrow from plants to animal, because animals eat plants, right? So that way, organic nitrogen also transfers from plant to animal. So you can also give an arrow here. So this is the flow of nitrogen from plants to animals. Okay, is it clear, guys?
Clear, sir.
So process of the nitrogen cycle, these have been clearly explained: ammonification, denitrification, anaerobic ammonium oxidation. So all are described here: nitrogen fixation, ammonification, okay, and then nitrification. What was nitrification once again? Nitrification was uh, from ammonia, converting the ammonia to nitrogen dioxide and nitrogen trioxide. This is called nitrification. Nitrification. Okay, this process. So then similarly, we have carbon cycle in our nature. This was nitrogen cycle. Similarly, we have carbon cycle. What happens that we have dead animals and plant. First of all, we have carnivores. Carnivores means who those animals who eat the other animals, right? Carnivores and herbivores who basically the plants who can directly um, produce their food to the process of photosynthesis. I'm sorry, herbivores is the animals who takes the plant as their food. I'm sorry. Carnivores is the animals who eat the other animals like herbivores. So carnivores eat herbivores, and herbivores are what? Herbivores are the animals which take the plants. Okay, like these are deers, cow, and carnivores is what? Human being, tiger, and these things. Now green plants are taken by the whom? Are herbivores like cow and deers, and then herbivores are taken by carnivores, right? And then they die. Then they die. Green plants are what? Organic matter. So you have carbon here or not?
So we have carbon.
You have carbon. So when herbivores eat plants, so carbon transfers from plants to herbivores, and when herbivores is also an organic matter, so living animal, right? So it's an organic matter. So herbivores from carbon transfers from herbivores to carnivores. And when these all of them die out, okay, through the process of decomposition, you have carbon dioxide. As I told you here, that when organic matter breaks down, we have carbon dioxide. So this carbon dioxide into the atmosphere. And green plants, through the process of photosynthesis, they they take carbon dioxide and produces oxygen, right? So whatever carbon dioxide intaking, they are intaking from here, that is converted to organic matter, right? Like leaves and fruits. Okay, are you following me, guys?
Okay, sir. Yes, sir.
Now, green plants can again emit carbon dioxide through the process of respiration. So, through the photosynthesis, they take carbon dioxide, and through the process of respiration, say they emit carbon dioxide. So, this is the direction is here for photosynthesis, and the direction is there outgoing for the respiration. By the way, when the dead animals are dead in the soil, sometimes they are converted to fossil fuel, right? Like diesel, petrol, whatever we call. After many years, 1,000 years, they convert to fossil fuel. And when we burn fossil fuel to run our engines, that emits carbon dioxide. Clear? And through the
Yes,
process
sir.
of respiration, these animals also emits carbon dioxide to the atmosphere. So that's basically the major or primary steps of carbon cycle. Is it clear, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
These are the two. There are many cycles, but these are the two important elements, like carbon and nitrogen. So this is important. Okay. So be careful and make sure you understand them very well. Any questions, guys?
No, sir.
Okay. So thank you very much. Have a good one and stay safe.
Assalamu alaikum, sir.
Walaikum salam.